Man, where did the time go? Right? Like legit, where did the time go? I'm not even kidding. Like it legit feels like it should be week 2. Not even that. It feels like it should only be training camp. The draft, right? I feel like I should be making a video talking about what the Browns did in the draft. And it's already week 14. I say this every year. They ain't lying when they say this season flies by, especially with all the streams I've been doing, right? But of course, what's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another weekly pick stream. And it's time for my week 14 picks for the Stephen Rose and Yinzer Max Sports tournaments. Shout out to Stephen Rose, who actually reminded me of this. I was gonna do it last night. Usually I do my picks Tuesday evening, but I just completely forgot. I did my video talking about the Guardians looking at outfielders, and I completely forgot. Completely forgot about my picks. Of course, Stephen Rose hit me up in the comments section. He's like, "Hey, you gonna do your pick stream?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right." So shout out to him for reminding me. Not gonna waste too much time on these. So yeah, we're gonna jump right in. All right. So before I do though, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell as always, and I will be live again tomorrow for Cavaliers and Nugs. That'll be my last Cav stream for a few days. Now we did find out who we're playing during the elimination stage of the in-season tournament. We have the Wizards again, and then we have the Nets. Okay, all right then. Okay then. Yeah, the Wizards again, and the Nets. That's who we get. Awesome. So I'm gonna fly through these picks. All right, I'm not gonna take too much time here. So starting off tomorrow night. God, it's so weird saying tomorrow, but yeah, it's Wednesday. God, tomorrow night, Thursday night football, Packers Lions, absolute banger, right? Lions have been playing phenomenal, 11-1 on the year, and it's crazy because a few years they couldn't win a damn game to save their lives. In fact, because I don't want this stream to be too short, I wanted to see what the schedule was 2 years ago this time 2 years ago. Because last year, obviously, they made the playoffs. They were a phenomenal team last year. That's how they were the year prior to last. So 2 years ago, right? I'm sure by now, 2 years ago, they had at least a couple wins on their resume. They were not good. Not at all. Week 14. Wait, no, 2022. They were actually decent. That's right. They finished 9-8. Duh. They actually surged at the end of the year. That's right. 2021 is what I'm thinking of because that's when Baker hooked his shoulder. Now, not, you know, this time in 2021, they were 1-11. Well, 1-10 and 1 going into that game against the Vikings that they lost. And then 2022, week 14, they were surging. They were in the midst of a surge. They had just won 3 in a row, right? And they lose. Then they won another 3 in a row. And then, yeah, they had just won their. They just come off a win over Jacksonville. They were 5-7 going into week 14 this time in 2022. So they were building something. And people that watched that team were like, "Oh yeah, the Bears are going to be good." I mean, the Bears, the Lions, they have something brewing. And look at that, huh? Look at that, 11-1. Gotta love it, right? I feel good for the Lions. If I had to have an NFC team, it would 100% be the Lions. 100%. Yeah, the Lions 11-1 overall, 5-1 at home, hosting the Packers, who are 9-3, as they won last week. They beat the Dolphins. Yeah, so they're feeling pretty good about themselves, I'm sure, right? Detroit favored by 3, total 51.5. Damn, they think this game's gonna be a high scoring one. God, I don't think it's gonna get that high. You never know, especially with Detroit. You know, I'll say it's right around that range. I don't think it gets that high though. But yeah, I'm gonna go Detroit at home to beat the Packers and go to 12-1 on the year. Oh my god. Wow. Um oh yeah, it's another thing I was gonna look up. Do they have any like legit losses that they have on left on their schedule? Or are they just gonna run the table the rest of the year? Ooh, Buffalo, Bears, Niners, and Vikings. Legit, if they get through Buffalo, they ain't gonna lose another game. That's my bold pick right there. They beat Buffalo after this week, they ain't losing another game. The Niners are mid. The Vikings, well, Vikings are good, but they've kind of faltered a little bit. They're 10-2. God, who would have thought Detroit and Minnesota leading the NFC North? Well, not Green Bay. And they're in third. Wow. And you have the Bears way down there at 4-8. And the thing is, they should have been good too, but that Hail Mary ruined their season. Literally everything about that season was just blew up after that. So yeah, I'm gonna go Lions to beat the Packers. All right, moving on to Sunday games. Starting off, I could start off with our game, but I'm gonna make that one probably one of the middle games. Jaguars Titans in another edition of the Ass Bowl, Booty Bowl, Booty Bowl. Tennessee favored by 3.5. Total 39.5. No Trevor Lawrence. He's out for the year, I assume. So I'm gonna go Titans. Yep, I'm going Tennessee. Yeah. Jets and Dolphins, two more mid teams. Man, it's so funny because again, another year the Jets had Aaron Rodgers. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna make the playoffs, and they're 3-9 because they're the Jets. They could have a freaking super team. Every they could have like a Pro Bowl team. Everybody from just a team full of Pro Bowlers, and they'd still stink. The Dolphins probably would have been much better if Tua decided not to not Tua. If Tua could just slide correctly, I guess, right? Not turn his brain into mush. Yeah, Dolphins favored by 6, total 44.5. I'll say Dolphins, and I'll go over. For the Titans game, I'll say that one probably goes under 39.5. All right, next, Falcons Vikings, 1 o'clock. This should actually be a good game. Vikings 10-2, trying to keep up with the Lions. Falcons are 6-6, staying alive in the NFC South. Minnesota favored by 6, 40 to 5.5 total. I think I think the Falcons cover. I think they keep it close, but the Vikings are going to win. So give me Minnesota at home. I think it does go over though. Next, Saints and Giants. More mid versus booty. I believe it'll be Drew Lock again for the Giants. They actually looked decent against the Dallas Cowboys last week, so that's cool. But that's about all they're going to get. I think the Giants actually pull this one out of their hat and they get the win. I wanted to say something else, but I'm not going to say that. No, 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 no. Not going to catch me slipping here. Nuh-uh. New Orleans favored by 4.5, total 40.5. Giants winning this because that's what would happen. Yeah, Giants are going to win this game somehow. By the way, no Taysom Hill. So yeah, this is where the Saints season completely crashes and burns. Mm-hmm. Yep. So give me the Giants to win this game. And they're going to finally get that win at home with Drew Lock. Yeah, and I think it'll go over too. Yep. Giants win and the total goes over. Be like 28 to 24 or something like that. Something wonky. Be a close game though. So yeah, give me New York. Give me the G-Men. Give me the G-Men. All right, moving on. We got the Panthers Eagles. This is easy. Give me the Eagles. Favored by 12, total 45.5. Eagles by a lot. Give me the over. They're not going to be able to stop Saquon alone, like himself. Then they got Devontae probably coming back, AJ Brown to deal with. Yeah, give me the Eagles. All right, then we got Raiders and Bucks in Tampa. We got a little pirate battle going on here, right? Tampa favored by 6.5, total 46.5. I'm gonna go Buccaneers at home, pretty convincingly here. Give me the Bucks over the Raiders. And then we get to our game, Browns and Steelers. Of course, we had probably the game of the year against the Broncos. We lost, but it was fun, right? And we're going to Pittsburgh, a place we haven't won at in over 20 years. Probably not going to happen this time around, unfortunately. So give me the Steelers to beat the Browns. I do think the Browns cover though. We keep it close, like always, and yeah, we cover the 6.5. So we lose by less than 6.5, and the total is 44.5. I think it goes over. Next, we got the 4 o'clock games: Seahawks and Cardinals. It's actually a pretty good matchup, you know. Cardinals are 6-6, 4-2 at home, looking good. Seattle 7-5, 4-1 on the road. Who am I gonna roll with here? I'm gonna go Seattle. Yeah, give me Seattle to win outright. And I think the total is 44.5. So I think it'll be right around there. It'll be like maybe a point or two off from that. I'm gonna roll. And by the way, Arizona's favored by 2.5. Yeah, give me Seattle outright. And I'm going to go over on the total. Over 44.5. Next, we have two 425 games: Bills and Rams, and then Bears and Niners. Ooh, Rocha versus Josh. Ooh, okay, yes, all right. Wow. Bills Rams in LA. I gotta go Bills. Bills by 4 is the spread. 49.5 is the total. I think it'll be under, but give me the Bills. And then Bears and Niners. More mid. San Fran favored by 4 and total 43.5. I think McCaffrey might be done for the year, which sucks. Pretty much played the entire year without him anyway. Bears just can't get out of their own way. They fired their coach, Matt Aberdum. Aber fraud. After he had real life mental lag on the freaking sideline out there, standing there while the clock's ticking. Hey, Caleb, I think you should go a timeout. No, they're gonna run it or run a play, and then didn't even do anything. All they had to do was kick a field goal. Couldn't even do that. Dang. San Fran favored by 4, total 43.5. I'm going to go Niners. Yep. Give me San Francisco. What's up, Tyler? What's up, Lamar? All right. Sunday Night Football. We got Chargers and Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 3.5. Total 42.5. We all know how this is going to go. Chargers are going to keep it close. They're going to have a chance to win at the end. And because the Chiefs have this voodoo devil magic ability, they're going to somehow slither away with another win. That's how it's going to go. So give me the Chiefs at home. Yeah, give me the Chiefs at home. I do think the Chargers will keep it really close, though. Yeah. Kansas City favored by 3.5. Total 42.5. Yeah, give me Kansas City outright. And I think it goes over on the spread. And then Monday Night Football, we got Bengals and Cowboys. Man, when the season started, we were like, oh my God, we got Joe Burrow versus Dak. Now look what we got this. Look at this, man. Mid. A battle of mid. Man. And it's crazy because you look at Joe Burrow, he's got 30 touchdowns, 5 picks, but they suck. 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, but your team stinks because your defense is mid. Your team as a whole is just bleh. You can't beat anybody. Like, you're losing all these close games. I mean, let's take a look at their freaking schedule here and just laugh at how mid they are. But crazy dog, they beat you guys. They barely beat us. If we would have had Jameis in that game, we probably beat them. No, we had freaking you know who at quarterback. Mister, I'm gonna stand in the pocket for freaking 10 seconds for no reason, and then try to run around. Put a lot more pressure on my O line than needs to be on there. Right? The O line's already got enough to deal with. Then they had a quarterback who misses his reads and stands in the pocket for 10 minutes. Then he tries to run around and get sacked. So the Bungles lost 16-10 week 1, 26-25 week 2, 38-33 week 3. Damn, 3 straight 1-possession losses. They finally beat the Panthers. Woo! They lose by 3 in overtime to the Ravens week 5. They get spanked by 20 by the Eagles. Then the excruciatingly close losses continued with another 1-point loss to the Ravens, a touchdown loss to the Chargers, which hurts even more because they came back in that game and they damn near should have won, but they lost because they're the Bungles. Then they had a bye, and then they lose another excruciatingly close game to the Steelers where you scored 38 points, but you lose because your defense freaking sucks. Good job, Cincinnati. When you look at their schedule, Dallas, Tennessee, Cleveland, Denver, Pittsburgh. How I think this is going to go. If their defense keeps doing what they've been doing, loss, 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 big loss, loss. Because they can't stop nobody. Jameis is going to throw for over 450 on that defense if they plan like that. You score 38, but your defense gives up 44. They beat Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Fraudson. Yeah, nobody's scared of the Bungles. Ain't nobody scared of the Bungles. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I think CeeDee Lamb feasts in this game. Yep. So just a quick rundown of my picks again. Lions on Thursday night, and then Sunday, I'm going Titans, Dolphins, Vikings, right? Yeah, Vikings, Giants, Eagles, Bucks, Seahawks, Bills, Niners, Chiefs on Sunday night, and then Cowboys on Monday night. And then Browns, of course. No, I'm going Steelers. That's right, Steelers. Because we can't win in Pittsburgh. And until we do, I can't pick my team to win. So, all right. Those are my picks. Okay? Am I streaming tomorrow? I plan on it. Not sure if I will though. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Shout out as always to Stephen Rose and Yinzer Max Sports for the tournaments every year. And again, my picks would be in the description down below. Do we have any bye weeks this week? Yes, we do. Denver, Indy, New England, Washington, Baltimore, and the Texans. So those are the teams on a bye. All right. Well, that's it for my picks. As always,